So there you go. You can see the biodiesel starting to separate out, and the water starting to drop to the bottom. So in another week and a half, that'll be ready to put in the car, and it'll be cleaner than anything you can buy at the fuel station, and it will make your car smell nice when you're driving it. I used to have a Mercedes, and my daughter used to say, Dad, I love driving in the Mercedes because it always smells like we're at Hungry Jack's. I guess I started this project because I'm a bit of an experimenter, and also and I guess you wonder why I would go to so much trouble and so much effort just to make a bit of fuel for my car. But I figure I'm making it for around about 50 cents a litre if you take into account the amount of time it takes and the amount of work I have to do myself, plus my power and all that. I still believe that my fuel's only cost me 50 cents a litre, which at the moment I think is a saving of about 70 cents a litre. So I'm paying about a third as much for fuel as what I would if I had to go down and buy it. I guess that's the main reason.
And you're getting paid for your time too.
Yeah, and if I factor in how much time it's taking me, I come up with a figure. If I didn't take that into account and I just factored in the amount of time it takes me, the amount of money it costs me in raw materials, I suppose I'm really looking at about 30 cents a litre. But that's not a realistic figure if you take into account how much time it takes. It's usually one full day every couple of weeks of doing it.
And you're running two vehicles.
At the moment I've got a Nissan Serena diesel van and a Toyota Hilux diesel. I'm running both of those on biodiesel whenever I can. The only modifications I've made to my car is that I've added a glass bowl type inline fuel filter in front of the main fuel filter, so whenever I want to see the condition of the fuel going into my car, I can just open the bonnet, have a look at that glass bowl, and I immediately can get an idea of what's going on. So there you go. You don't really have to make any modifications as long as you clean the fuel sufficiently. And most of the trouble you have is with dirty fuel. It gives me something to do, saves me a heap of money, and it's a bit of fun. So there you go. A lot of trial and errors when I first started. By gee, a lot of blood, sweat and tears, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I can still see little improvements I can make here and there, and maybe turn it into something that I hardly even have to touch. But in the meantime, it keeps me off the streets, gives me something to do, and it's quite a lot of fun to do while I'm having a coldie. And it sort of looks like making home brew, doesn't it? So there you go, home brewers. Biodiesel for dummies. If I can do it, anyone can.